Hello, boys and girls, men and women of all ages, shapes, and sizes. My name is Owen Adams, also known as British Gamer, and this is Call of Duty World at War. Isn't that beautiful? We are in the final part now. If you watched the previous episode, you will see me get very unhappy with Call of Duty World at War, as I was stuck on the Enter the Reichstag mission, which was, as far as I could tell, incredibly poorly designed. It's very sad. But we are coming up to what I believe is the last mission now in the entire game, and I'm kind of glad. I suppose I should sum up my feelings of these games a little bit. I say these games, this game, I've only played one game. I have enjoyed this game at times. For the most part, I've enjoyed the Russia and Berlin sections quite a bit. Except for the Reichstag bit. I haven't enjoyed the Pacific campaign as much, where it's so true that most of the time you are just surrounded by enemies with no way around that. We have no subtitles, so... I mean, they do come in, just not on these bits. They don't expect you to be talking over it. But there's no plot to speak of, so... He doesn't understand something. So I'm not worried about it too much, and, yeah. That's fun, isn't it?
For the final push to victory. Today we crush what remains of their fascist right. As heroes,
Hooray!
Russia's in our land, our people.
Yeah, our land, our people, got it. Beautiful. Maybe trying to plug in a controller while I do this. Alright, what, am I crouching? Oh, cool. Alright, fair enough. Run! This is the Reichstag then. I wonder how accurate this is. That'd be kind of nice if you get a little bit of time to look. Gotta kill some more Germans. We are ending by killing Nazis, of course. Because this is a video game set in World War II. How else would we end? I can live with that. Okay, whoa, let's get with my other team. Part of my problem with this game is I don't do things like, I don't cover enough, and I died. And I'm really bad at, like, figuring out which direction I have been killed from. So, hopefully we can kind of turn it around this time. With my handgun, I would quite like a machine gun though. Ah. Driller rumbled away there. Excuse me. Let's get a few more people dead. Thank you. The hell is he even shooting at me? See, I don't even know what's getting me. It must be that machine gun in the center. Maybe I am supposed to flank it. Let's do it. Whoa, hello. Wow, no, I guess we're not supposed to go around that. Okay, what the hell is shooting me? Ah, World at War. At least there's no grenades this time. See, I get the military shooter is a different genre, but I found this nothing but tedious towards the end. It was alright at the beginning, but as the game sort of ramps up the difficulty, it just ramps up the tedium. The distinguishing factor of the genre seems to be you're gonna die hundreds of times. You're not really gonna know where you're gonna die from, but it doesn't matter because you're gonna spawn in again, so why the hell not? No appeal to me at all. And it's sad because some of the earlier sections I really enjoyed. I actually really liked the first level a lot. When you start off as a POW and then you gradually make your way through the camp and then end up in those Japanese tunnels. But the rest of that Pacific campaign, for example, is just getting grenades thrown at you in tunnels. That's just the setup for the whole rest of that campaign. And then, honestly, it bored me to death. let's see. Oh, he's dead, is he? No, he's not. Hey, okay, fair enough. There we go, just kill these people. And then there are things like, there are moments where spawning enemies are infinite. And this happens quite a lot, you know? And then there are other moments where spawning enemies aren't infinite. And it doesn't do anything to specifically tell you. You know, it doesn't give you anything to indicate. Ah, hold on. Maybe not the bazooka. Doesn't do anything to indicate which is which, so... The reason I found that Reichstag section so frustrating was, in the end, it turned out that I was just supposed to wait it out, you know? And yet, you can't do that in a game where there are infinite enemies that spawn. I said in the last episode, and I stick to it, I want to try Modern Warfare now. I want to see, since that's the beloved masterpiece, obviously I'm not going to get the remastered one until you can buy it on its own. But if that's the beloved masterpiece, I want to know what's different between that and this. I mean, I still understand this is a series that sells on its multiplayer, you know? And I can get that. I can totally understand if this has good multiplayer. I've played the multiplayer on this, it's okay. It's still not my kind of thing, because I don't play online shooters, but it's not bad. So if it's just about the multiplayer, fine, but I've heard great things about Modern Warfare's campaign. And if it's just this, honestly, I don't know what people are seeing, because this to me is just incredibly frustrating. Unbelievably so. As level design, and as a structure to a game. Here we go. Right, let's head towards objective. At least we got past that point. Flank to the left, that works. If I started a bit croaky this morning, that's because I am still recording this during my wonderful bouts of insomnia, so I'm up all night these days. Not too much of a problem. But I have occasionally had people mention that the cadence of my voice is a little different lately, and that is why. Lack of sleep. I know this isn't the way, I'm just making sure there are no... See, that's another one. When you turn the tables, the whole thing just wraps up suddenly. Like, no more enemies. Don't expect any more. That's it. You're done. Oh, hello. I wasn't paying enough attention there. I was looking at the building too much. Getting into the beautiful details. That's on me. Except with the section, how are you supposed to get up those steps? Like, I suppose I could throw a grenade. Flush him out a little bit. But it's full of little sections like that where it's like, oh, this bit's entrenched. Have fun. Well, okay, do you have some level design, some strategy for getting past it? No. Figure it out. It's war, bitches. And I hate that. Hating it more and more as the game goes on. Because it aims for realism, and I get that, but if you are going to die hundreds of times in the game to the point where it's not fun, eventually you have to say, well, drop the realism. Or you do the Dark Souls fans thing and be like, get good, brah. And I prefer good design over forcing the player to get good any day of the week. Those are on my team. And that's why Dark Souls wins, because it has fundamentally good design, you know? may be able to hear, embarrassingly, while I record this. I'm also chewing a piece of gum. Terrible, I know. Because... Whoa, hello. What? Do I just have 2 machine guns? I'm supposed to switch out the bazooka. Because I'm so bunged up and sleepy lately. I have to chew some of that Airwaves gum. Clears your nostrils out. No, I'm telling you that. I just think it's more interesting than Call of Duty right now. Alright, let's run up here. Will do. I mean, look, we've completely taken it now. There's no... It's realistic until it doesn't want to be anymore. And it just aims towards it. This is why I don't like military shooters. I hate this thing of, oh, by the way, you're dead now. Oh, cool. Well, who shot me? Oh, it doesn't matter. You're basically dead now. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna stop being mean about Call of Duty now. Oh, and then I got stuck on the scenery between this guy. Nice. I live here now. This is my home. Rooted to the spot like a tree. Can I get out now? Yeah, I can. I definitely saw like a sniper rifle. More Nazis, eh? I hate these guys. Oh, come on, a sniper rifle for this scene? Fair enough. Only down there. Have a grenade, go on. Easy. And then this, like, there's no structure to it, because the section entering the Reichstag was one of the most difficult sections I've played in this entire game. This level is honestly one of the easiest sections I've played in the entire game. Maybe it's sort of supposed to be, like, historically accurate or something, but it is not at all interesting to play. I'm trying to see why Call of Duty's kind of remembered as one of the lamer ones, you know? But... oh well. I shouldn't worry too much about my commentary, nobody's gonna watch. Hey, killed him. But this is what I mean when I was saying in the last episode, the game's so off balance. All the fun in the game is based on progression. Like, I know for some people it's the shooting, but the only feel of reward you ever get is when you end a wave and you go to another level. So, the shooting doesn't interest me too much, because there's no mechanics to it, it is just shooting. And so that section, what was that about? I mean, we were up here where, literally, I mean, I couldn't have died. I honestly don't think I could have got myself killed. And we just stood and shot at easy enemies for 5 minutes, you know? I mean, we're going down to the ground now, but in theory, we could have just stayed up there, couldn't we? Use the Panzerschrecks. Wow, how many Panzerschrecks? Panzerschrecks, where are you? Alright, fair enough. I will use the Panzerschrecks that you told me to use, even though we don't have any. Talking utter nonsense. I love how we're just where they were a minute ago. That's fine. We own it now. What the hell are the Panzerschrecks? Oh, fair enough. If we find one, we'll use one. Oh, yeah. Can you get back in there now? I'm gonna try and go back to my shooting spot. Oh, I don't remember the way. It's been closed off now. Let's try this. See if I can get back up there. Oh, cool. I can just stand back up here. That's not a problem, you know? Uh-huh. Are they up here? Maybe the Panzer... Maybe I wasn't supposed to go down here, you know? Panzerschrecks have just been deposited nicely for me up here. The grenades have, so... Can you hear my thoroughly fascinated and invested voice? Let's go toss some more grenades at them from up here. I'm just gonna be the one guy who stayed here. Ooh, has the flag slipped a little bit? They're Nazis, you see. We can be mean about them. They can die without dignity. Let's take out Mr. Flamethrower. Other Mr. Flamethrower. And this guy. Do we even have to do anything? If I just sit here, will anything actually happen to me? Could tweet. Could tweet. Playing Call of Duty. I'm not tweeting that. Don't check my Twitter for that tweet. I didn't tweet it. Alright. Funsies. Boop. I feel like this is one of the longest sections, and I'm literally doing the least. Do I just have to shoot those guys? That was easy. Doopy 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 doo 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 doo. If I only had a game, doo 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 doo. I would play all the levels. I'd be so very excited if I only had a game. Doo 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 doo. Instead, I'm stuck with Call of Duty, and this game is kinda poopy. Ah, you exploded. You also exploded. Oh, sorry, Reznov. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Follow this guy. Aha! Hold for Panzerschrecks. Hold on. Run away! Thought you were one of mine. Alright, we got Panzerschrecks now. What are we doing? What's the goal with the Panzerschrecks? I have the Panzerschrecks. Is that it? Oh, I see. That's what I was supposed to do. Got it. Ooh. I believe I got by the flamethrower guy. That's fine. Oh god, how far back is it bumped us? Uh-huh. This is fun, isn't it? Fun level design. What's sad about this for me is, sometimes when you don't like a game, when you're prominent, and I'm not very prominent, but when you're a little bit more prominent, and I have a small but solid YouTube channel, so I have an audience, I have people who are a little bit interested in my opinions. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, you know, it's my job. People have a tendency to assume that when you don't like a game, you're playing it up for de views, de clicks. And sometimes that's true, a little bit, you know? I mean, you never pretend not to like a game that you like just to get the clicks, but maybe you'll express your opinions in slightly more colorful ways because it's part of the entertainment, you know? And I killed that guy and I did not need to. I know that. It's an industry thing that some people have a real problem with, and I don't mind it because you're here to entertain, you know? But it's part of it, right? Sometimes you will be over the top in your criticism. But this creates this kind of assumption that we want to dislike games, you know? I don't think that's true. I think it's true of people like, for example, Zero Punctuation, who makes a career out of being excessive to the point where, you know, he's one of the people who got through the whole, oh, Gamergate thing relatively unscathed as being someone who speaks the truth, and yet, you know, his views are frequently littered with factual inaccuracies about games to make the point. And so that's a shame, and that's an issue, but for the most part, I would say most of us want to like their games, to get to my point. I was really hoping that when I finally played a Call of Duty game, I would actually be pleasantly surprised. I'd avoided it for so long. And I knew that if it was so popular, I was so certain that if it was so popular, there'd be something about it that I had missed, that upon playing it I would get, and I don't. And I'm really sad to say, it really is every cliche, disappointing fact about Call of Duty I've ever read or heard, you know? And that's almost heartbreaking, because I was like, it must be more. People wouldn't play it if it wasn't more than this. And it's not more than this. It is just this. And that's very sad to me. I know what I'm supposed to do now. I'm supposed to take down the Iron Eagle. That was easy. The Germans stopped invading when the Eagle fell. Uh-huh. Huh? Yeah?
Get those doors open! Get them open now!
These ones? Ah, there we go. The mission is continuing. We're running this way. I've got to wait for someone to come and do a thing. I won't stand there. I'll stand up here. This'll go well. Oh, the Germans are holding the doors.
Oh, everyone, through the doors!
Run! That's not the end. They didn't end on the flag falling. One thing I like about the Molotovs is that they cause damage the second they hit. Whoa, hello. I think my problem actually with this game, and maybe it's my problem in a lot of games, but it's definitely my issue in this one, is that I'm too easily drawn to a focal point. So like in this situation, I want to aim down this corridor and look and focus my attention on it. And so I don't think about what might be happening to me over the other side, you know? Here, basically. Maybe that's my issue. Maybe I shouldn't blame the game and say it's badly designed, but I don't know. Whoa, hello. Reznov fell down. There we go, he fell down. I also sort of feel like the game has no real restraint to it, you know? Like, it always has to have just one more encounter, just one more enemy, just one more grenade thrower at all times. It's a... I like the environments, though. I'll say that. I'm going to say nice things about the game. For the rest of the game, I'm going to say nice things about it. I like the environments a lot. I think this level, for example, is very attractive. The ceiling and the light coming through as we get to the roof of the Reichstag and it's crumbling down, that's a nice moment. In fact, a lot of the time the setting of the levels has been the... Ooh. Really gotta stick to that saying nice things bit now. The setting has been the crowning glory of this game. Even in the Pacific campaign, where it's been too often confined to tunnels, the setting has kind of been something else. Auto-aim doesn't really seem to be as strong during... when you have a machine gun. I ran towards a grenade again. I'm stuck. You don't get to go that way. Fair enough. It makes also so much more sense that this is the world that Gears of War entered. Because I really like Gears of War. A lot of people are very down on the first one. Well, very down on the series now, without really having played the first one. And I think the first one's kind of a classic. And I'm not even a big fan of shooters, but I really like the first Gears a lot. I was meant to play that Ultimate Edition, but I always thought the Ultimate Edition was a collection of 1, 2, and 3. And then I found out it was only 1. And I was like, I'm not paying. I won't pay full price for remasters, basically. Particularly if I've bought them before. If I've never played the game before, maybe. But for a normal remaster, I think that's kind of crappy. You had my money for the level design and the voice acting and all that already. Paying for the remaster is... Paying full price for a remaster like that, particularly one you know is going to sell, is kind of scummy. So I won't do it on principle. Still trying to find this guy with... There we go, that's that one down. Where's rocket launcher guy? Whoa! Thought I was sheltered in here. And that's another of these sections that really irritates me, where this is whenever I've said the thing so many times now, but this is the moments in the game that really get it across what the problem is. When you make your game so that the feeling of progression is important, is your success, moving on to the next area. And then you create sections where you're gonna tediously die and re-die over and over. I died myself then, just because I was talking. I knew what I was doing, I'm just being an idiot. When you do that, you undermine your fundamental concept of the game. If your reward is going to be you cleared this section, you moved on, you have to make each section clearable the first time. It doesn't have to be easy to clear the first time, but it needs to be to the point where a medium player on normal difficulty is going to have challenge and maybe the occasional death, but is probably going to get through each section having felt challenged, but not having felt frustrated. I claim to know a lot about game design, I really don't. I probably couldn't make a good game. I don't know. I'll have to try, but my coding is very primitive these days. I used to do a lot of that Python coding, but I just haven't had the time since I started really pushing forward with the channel. Something, when I feel like this thing's paying enough that I can take a little bit of time to learn some skills and stuff, coding something I'd really love to go into. Maybe a little bit of Unity. I'll make a better Call of Duty. I wish. This is one of the ones made by Treyarch as well. Which is a shame, because Treyarch, for me, they're the, they will always be the Spider-Man ports company. Dudes make good Spider-Man ports, what can I say? Ah, my guys are coming with me this time. Right now, someone was shooting at me this time. Where were they shooting me? Let's take these MP40s. Hello. See you later. Please die, please die, please die. Oh! Uh-huh. Fun. Are we enjoying Call of Duty yet? Alright. Get that guy down first. Oh, come on! Want to get the rocket launcher guy, because he is a pain. Good, good. Everything's going well. Ah, here we go, proper rifle. So the guy up top's dead. The guy with the machine gun's not. I'm running around with no shells. I'm getting myself killed. Didn't get killed though. Huh. What a refreshing change. Need a machine gun for situations like that. Alright, they're coming with me this time. So. Oh god. Why wouldn't that happen? Why wouldn't it happen at all?
Sergeant, our comrades from the rear echelon are flooding the building.
I'm determined to finish this game today, so I don't have to play it again. Why do I do this to myself? Why don't I just say, you know what? I don't need to play this. I don't need to play this at all. I could just stop playing. I could say I got to the very last section of Call of Duty World at War, and then I stopped. That could be it. That could be my time with the game. Duh. It's that guy with the Panzer Shrek on the little platform. That's who keeps getting me. He's dead. I think he is. Okay. Bad grenades. Bad. Sell that MP40 there. Come on. Come to me. He can get me there. Come on. I really do want to apologize about the gum. I know I'm still chewing it. I was only kidding earlier, but I'm honestly having one of those days where I can't breathe without it. Gross, I know. Whew, could have been bad. Thank you. Alright. Don't get too comfortable here this time. Alright, well this is the furthest we've got so far. We have someone with a Panzer Shrek coming up. Alright, so what's our next destination? Take this guy down. Part of the problem, of course, is you're never quite sure if you've taken someone down. The distances you're required to kind of shoot at are kind of tricky. I think occasionally I sort of start to feel like I appreciate what they're going for a little bit, you know? And then it just overplays its hand too much a little bit too often, where you're like, alright, I'm stuck here all day, am I? And I don't feel like when I overcome a section, I don't feel like I'm any better at it than I was. I don't feel like I improved. I just feel like I kept hammering away at the same obstacle until I got enough of an opening to pass that I passed, you know? Just because of chance. And I hate that. I've been down here. This is where the enemies were spawning from. Ah. We go through, I suppose. Oh, at least I hit a checkpoint. Uh-huh. What are we doing? Where are we going to claim victory? Am I going to plant the flag? I'm guessing that's what I'm supposed to do. Aha! I'm supposed to pick up the flag. Kill someone with it. Oh no! Just at the last minute. That was an emotional moment, wasn't it? It wasn't. It wasn't at all. It was lame.
You can make it, my friend. You always survive. The honor should be yours.
Uh-huh.
As long as you live, the heart of this army can never be broken. Things will change, my friend. As heroes, we will return to Russia's embrace.
It'd be nice if I could have seen that moment clearly, wouldn't it? Wow. Stab to the heart, and you're too late. Na 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 na. Da, da, da.
To the United Nations.
Eh.
Victory won in the West must now be won.
Well, that was Call of Duty World at War, people. I know that was the last level because I've been checking when it was coming. Not very interesting. I'll be honest, I had my moments with this game. If you watch from the beginning, you'll see there were times when I was like, yay, well this is fun. Not enough. Not enough times. Too often it was tedious, it was under-designed, under-tested, just frustrating as a game. And I wish it didn't feel like that, because I wanted to like it. I wanted to go in and be like, yeah, you know what? I can see what people are like about Call of Duty, and I didn't. I wasn't expecting to find the war elements kind of tasteful, because that's why I don't play them. I find real war games, games making light of kind of real conflicts, I found them kind of one-sided and distressing, I guess I would say. I even found this one mildly racist at points. But I was expecting underneath that there to be solid gameplay, because why else would people play them? And I don't think there is. I think it's frustrating. I think it uses boss boxes too often, monster closets. I think it's... Oh... Yeah, we're trying to end on a political light note. I think it's kind of crap, to be honest. That one. I will play Modern Warfare and see if it turns it around for me, but wow. I was expecting something better than that. But that's it. I'm done now. I don't have to play the game anymore. You can all see me play this as a Call of Duty game if you want to know. Oh, dedicated to the veterans of World War I who sacrificed their lives for the preservation of liberty and for our entertainment. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. I'm getting out of here. Bye-bye!